guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good. Today we have a very exciting video. In this video I'm going to review the newest iPad Air 2024. So let's go. Alright you guys, so it has been about 3 months since I bought this iPad and I have been using it almost daily, so I think it's about time to make a review and share all of my thoughts about it, if it's worth buying or not. So just a quick backstory, I had before this one the iPad Air 2020 and it was really great until it started shutting down on its own. It wasn't functioning properly and I couldn't use it anymore. So I waited until the new iPads got released and I directly got the newest iPad Air with a bigger storage. I got it in 11 inches with 256 gigabytes and I got the Pencil Pro with it. So I used the iPad for taking notes for university, I use it to edit a lot, and I also use it to do some random stuff like drawing, like gaming for only a bit, and watching series and YouTube videos and all of that. As to why I got the Air version of the iPad, it's because I don't really like the normal iPads. You have the chargeable pen to go with it, and it's just not the thing that I'm looking for. And then you have the Pro version, which is a lot more expensive and it's just, I think, for more than what I use it for. So that's why I got the Air. I think it's the middle ground between those two options. And I'm really satisfied with my experience with the last one I have. Now let's start with the things I like about this iPad. So first you have the M2 chip, which is not the newest one, but it's really good. It's an upgrade from the M1 chip and it is really good. I think overall the iPad is really good. It is supposed to make the iPad better, but I really didn't notice the biggest change. But I think so far I'm really liking my experience and how fast the iPad is. As to the good features of the newest iPad OS, now I have access on them, because on my last iPad I couldn't do like Stage Manager, which is really good if you want to use a lot of apps at the same time. And I don't think that I could customize the homepage and all of that on my last iPad. So on this one I have all of the benefits of the newest iPad OS, which is really good. Now to the battery life, I really like it. It's really good and I actually intentionally tested it all day yesterday and I really like it. So basically I charged it at night yesterday and then throughout the whole day I was just watching series and going on YouTube, and it lasted the whole day. I reached the end of the day at night and it was 3% or 5%, I'm not sure anymore, but it was okay. As to when I use it just for taking notes for a long period of time, the only thing I noticed is that at first it goes down super fast, but then it reaches a point where it goes down really, really slow. Overall, you reach the end of the day and you still have 2 or 3%, which is really good. So I would say that the battery on this one is really good and you can use it throughout the whole day without thinking about charging it again. Alright, with the new iPad comes the new Apple Pencil. Now let's look over which features of the Apple Pencil we have, because they are really interesting and I am in love with this pencil. Alright you guys, so now I'm going to show you some of the pencil features. So first things first, this is a cute feature. It's nothing like relevant, but when you move the pencil around the apps, they pop up and they become bigger, just to indicate which one you are going to click. I went to the settings and then to Apple Pencil, and here you have these two features. So we have the normal double tap feature. If you had the pencil, then you probably know this feature already. So if you tap the pen, you can switch between current tool and eraser. This is what I chose, but you can choose other things on here. And then the new feature is the squeeze feature. So you can choose between many different settings, but what I chose was the show tool palette. Alright, now let's test these features. I'm going to first go to the GoodNotes app, and I'm going to write anything on here. Alright, so double tap feature. We can erase everything. And then with the squeeze feature, when I squeeze, it shows all of the different tools on here that I normally have with GoodNotes. Now let's go to the standard Notes app. So as you see, if you go over things, they will pop. And let's just use this pen first. And when I want to write with it, you can see the shadow of the pen. So it's really cute. So when you squeeze here, you have all of the different tools, and you can change colors, go back, and then change the tools. The cool thing is that you can also, for example, squeeze to show the color palette, which is really good for Procreate, for example. Let's go there. Here I can show you exactly what I mean with the palette feature. So if I squeeze, this will open, and then I can choose the different colors. And then when I double tap, I can erase all of that. And yeah, that's it basically. So these are some of the nicest features. So now from this point of view, you can see if I use the pencil, then you have this tiny little point. This is where you will begin writing. If you are also using the tape, for example, you will see how it's gonna go. You will see the shadow of it. So with the Notes app, if I choose this pen, for example, alright, so you see the shadow. It just feels like I'm writing with a real pen and that it has a shadow. So if I want to use this, for example, you will see where I'm going to begin writing or marking, and then you also see the shadow of the marker. It's really interesting. It's just a nice thing to add. It goes the same for all of the tools on the note-taking app. So you can see the tip of the eraser and all of the other pens. Now that I shared all of the good features and everything I liked, let's talk about the things I didn't like and the bad features. So my first problem was with the data transfer, and it really took a long time to transfer all of my data from the old iPad to the new one, and I don't know why that was, but it's not really a critical thing, but I just wanted to mention that. And at the end it updated itself, so I don't know why you need an update on a new iPad, because I got it right when it got released. I'm not sure. Now my second problem was connecting the Apple Pencil to the iPad. And when I wanted to connect them, you basically just put the pencil on the iPad and it just connects on its own. via Bluetooth, but this didn't happen and I had to do this process over and over again. I probably did it like about 4 times until it connected properly and I could use it. And I'm not sure why that is. Tell me if you had the same problem. But now it's good and it's working. Alright, now to my third and main problem, which has to do with the pencil and the M2 chip. So basically, when you use your iPad for taking notes for over an hour or so, it starts getting really warm. So for me, for example, my lectures are always about an hour and a half. And when I'm taking notes the whole time, so when I'm writing with the pencil on the iPad, it gets super warm that I cannot use it anymore. And I try to write from the edge, or I'm not sure how to write properly because I don't know, it's super warm. And I went to the Apple store and I asked about that, and she told me that it probably has to do with the new M2 chip, and because it's working super hard, it gets that warm. So I'm not really sure about that. She told me to wait for a new update that is coming, especially that with the new iPhones, the 15. She told me that all the users said that at first, and then with the new update it got better. But I asked someone who is using the new iPhone 15 and they told me that it really gets warm when they use it for hours. So I'm not sure what's wrong with that. Now when that happens and the iPad gets that warm, what happens next is that the pencil doesn't write anymore. So it starts actually malfunctioning and I cannot use the feature of it of double tapping or squeezing, or sometimes I can use them, but even if the tool switch, I cannot actually write with it. So sometimes when I go over and I start drawing or writing, it doesn't write, which is really odd. I'm not sure why this happens, but I'm waiting for a new update to see if this has anything to do with that or not. Alright you guys, so that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave me a comment down below telling me your opinion about your iPads, and also tell me if you have had any of the problems I mentioned earlier. And yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you inshallah next week. Bye!